What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel and the ridiculous intros we have for this game. We are back today on Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed to continue factory driver mode for part number 3, Chief Test Driver. I can't remember again if this is the final chunk, if there's a chunk after this where I'm like Ace Test Driver or whatever, but we'll figure it out, so we'll hop right into it. Hopefully it's fun, hopefully it's cool. I know there are a couple challenges that come to mind there. Going to be a little bit more difficult, but hopefully nothing too crazy. When I was a kid and went through factory driver mode, the second time I played this game, the first time I just hopped into evolution mode, went through and was really bad, of course, because I was like 6. I think I did it again, like, let's call it 2 years later when I was 8 and actually understood that there was a second mode to this game because, when you're a kid, you're stupid. But went through it actually, I really struggled with one of these challenges, and I won't say which one because I'll probably struggle with it again here at 26 years old and make a fool out of myself. But one of them was really hard, but eventually, after like literal years of giving up on it, I did beat it like at some point, and that was that. And then the rest of it was pretty straightforward. But I don't remember exactly where that challenge falls, but we'll get there when we get there. And we'll start with this tonight. Still have no idea why in the previous episode Dieter and Klaus were combined in that one challenge, and their face was whatever. But this is actually Klaus for real, so we'll see what he says here. But again, make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. Let me know down below if you played this game when you were a kid, Porsche Unleashed, if you played any other games, Hot Pursuit 2, which I've played through for the channel before, or High Stakes, or the PlayStation version of this game, or the PC version of Hot Pursuit 2, or anything like that. Let me know if you've played these classic Need for Speed games, what you think, what you like, what you didn't like, and if I should play a different one or some more moving forward. So without further ado, let's get to it. Klaus says, Justin, we're shipping this car off to the race team for the race next weekend. Put it through its paces out on the course before we ship it off. You should be able to whip through the course without much problem, but watch your time. I don't want to come out there and tow you back. I assume we're on the skid pad, but let's see if the mouse will work. It's going to be one of those days with the mouse, I guess. Skid pad indeed. I guess this is basically a figure 8, and then 360, and then the slalom, and then we're done. So, pretty straightforward. Let's get to it. Very tight figure 8. 37 seconds we have for this. Oh, that okay. I thought it was going to be clever there using the handbrake, and it didn't go quite as I thought because the handbrake is really effective. So we're not going to do that because I was trying to be too clever. But here we go. Just barely missed that one. 360 time. See if we can get this right today. No, we cannot. Holy shit, that was really bad. I wonder if we're going too fast. Like, there's not enough length to do a 360 in that. Because we were going really fast there. Obviously, this is the Porsche 911 GT1 race car. And we were going quite fast. Damn it. Okay, why can't I... This is not the challenge I was talking about where I just sucked and struggled, I promise. But we should be able to do this. I don't know why it's proving so difficult. I can't even get to the end part of the course because we can't get through this stupid figure 8 to start. Right, we're going to cap it about 80 miles an hour. Alright, well that was awful. Did not count. I was thinking maybe we could be cheeky and it counts. That's hard because the car is so grippy. And whenever they have the car programmed, like it's not liking doing the 360, so you gotta really attack. Oh, look at that big slide. Yeah, it's like too. It's too okay. All right, keep going. Hopefully we have enough time to finish this off. That was absolutely terrible. We should be alright. We got 6 seconds here. Well, that was not really the point of that challenge, but exactly 2 seconds to spare. 35 flat. We survived. That was pretty much the worst run ever, so that's a very good start to the day. The race team better be satisfied when they get their new car. Yeah, they should be, because that was unbelievably grippy. Like, that was all the grip. The race car team should love that. Dieter says, Justin, I need you to drive me into town. I'm late for my train and they're waiting at the station for me. So again, we get to take him to that little underground area of Zone Industrial. I'm late for my train. They're waiting at the station for me. They'll only hold it for a few more minutes. Get me there fast and in one piece. So we're at Zone Industrial. We're starting, I guess this is near the docks or something. No, the docks are over here. So I don't know. We have quite a long ways to go, but we just go to the train station. So nothing too crazy. Again, I like that there are little challenges like this, little quirky things that we have to do in the game, which makes sense in the context of the maps, which is cool. But also, again, there are the details with the passenger in the car and the traffic and the police and that we're driving to the train station. It's all very well put together, and I'm really impressed that this, again, is a game from 2000, and it's, in my opinion, again, one of the most detailed and well laid out Need for Speed games that we have from this era especially, but even the newer ones don't seem to have quite this level of detail. It's all just about street racing and how many fast, cool cars can you put in the game. They don't put any thought to the backstory, which is a shame in my opinion, because that's what makes this game great, personally, I feel. Oh, jeez. I thought we could choose which way we wanted to go, but I guess we have to go that way, so we'll start again. I was just going to cruise through the docks, but I guess we have to go through the other side, which is fine.
2, 1, go!
Anyways, yeah, I mean, this game is so good. That's why I'm playing this game, even though it's from 2000 and there are some quirks with running it and whatever, and I've wanted to play this for a really long time. Basically, when I started recording Hot Pursuit 2, I realized how much fun I had, even though it was the PlayStation version. When I was a kid, I played the PC version. I was like, wow, I really need to go play the other game I really enjoyed from that era, which was this game. And don't get me wrong, Justin, let's not drive right into this stupid fucking car. Big slide. When I played this game when I was a kid, it was so much fun, and it honestly really got me into cars. I've talked about this before, but I guess I'll tell a brief version of this before. When I was a kid, my cousin Chris had a set of games he'd gotten. I don't know when or where or why. Maybe it doesn't really matter. He had this game, Porsche Unleashed for the PC, Hot Pursuit 2 for the PC. What is this truck doing? High Stakes for the PC, and Need for Speed 2 SE for the PC. And I didn't really play a whole lot 2 SE. That was a little bit too early on and blocky for my liking, and it wasn't the most fun game, especially as a kid when you're just all about the action and stuff. But that's whatever. But there we go. Get through there. But I loved playing High Stakes, even though that game is, if you've played High Stakes, that's not the smoothest game in the world either. It's a little bit blocky, it's a little bit interesting to play, but still a lot of fun nonetheless. And played that, it was cool, and I played this a lot. This was kind of the first, in my opinion, like modern, well put together Need for Speed game, and I played the heck, of course, also out of Hot Pursuit 2 for the PC version that we had, so that was awesome. I already know that this is the point where that truck gets stuck there for no reason, just to give you grief. So I played the heck out of this in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours when I was a kid. It was my 2 favorite games for sure. Oh, what? The hitbox is terrible. What? I definitely did not hit that guy. Whatever, we'll keep going just because we're a minute and a half in. See if we got time to finish this. I did not hit that guy though. Tell me if I'm wrong, but that hitbox is awful on these big square trucks and all the square cars, which is why I hate them. And they're solid rock, but whatever. But yeah, I played the heck out of this. I mean, I have, like I told you in the first part, if you haven't seen the first 2 parts, go back and watch them after this. Played the heck out of this, and it's awesome. I love it. And the story mode that goes along with this in Factory Driver is great. And the fact that the Evolution mode has such a wide range of cars, and again, they're all Porsches, but the fact that they were able to put this together, I don't know what's going on here. The fact they were able to put together like a collection of like 60 Porsches up to this point in a 40-year history, and put them all in the game and make them all great and make them all fun to drive and give it a story mode for this game is unbelievable. It's awesome. I totally want them to do a remaster of this and a remaster of Hot Pursuit 2, because I would 300% play that and love every second of it. But alas, here we are. But I just think this game is unbelievable. So if you have any interest in classic Need for Speed games and you haven't played this, even if you don't like have a YouTube channel and play games, whatever, go back and find a way to play this. I mean, if you are if you know how to work a computer at all and you're computer literate, it should be relatively simple and a ton of fun, because I am 100% computer illiterate, don't know anything. Like I said, a big thanks to Spencer and Steven once again. I had to rely on them heavily to give me tips and advice how to get this all working. And once I understood and got set, it's been smooth, other than the sound thing at the beginning, which I again apologize about. But it's straightforward enough, and it's so much fun. I love it, and I'm so glad I get to play it. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, but it's such a great game, and I'm so thrilled that I'm getting the chance to play it again. So got about 15 seconds here. Should be no problem to get down just this hallway or whatever this is. Not a problem. Sorry, Dieter, that I smashed that one truck, but we made it regardless, so. On time to your train. I don't know why they're holding the train just for you, but whatever. Thank you, Justin. There will be a little bit extra in your check. Why, thank you very much. I don't know why. I mean, are you not already paying me a decent amount to be the chief test driver? But whatever. All right, Stephanie, good to see you again. Justin, looks like you've been quite busy since I last saw you. We're doing some time trials through a slalom course out on the back roads. The track is pretty tight. I'm not too sure you can handle it. This will be a good test of your skills. Yeah, that's just downright rude. Schwarzwald, the track we have not gone to yet. Fun track. Interesting track. It's a little bit boring in my opinion. This is one of the weaker, maybe the weakest track in my opinion for scenery and stuff going on. It's pretty much basically just through the forest, and there's not a whole lot that goes on. But we'll see what we can do. It looks like we're in a 993 turbo, so pretty fast car. 37 seconds seems to be their time of choice for these type of events. We always seem to get 37 seconds. Smashing the wall there for no reason, but we're good. I don't know why they chose this time. Again, 37 seconds is their go-to. Where's the freaking finish? Oh shit, we missed it. Alright. 1.5 seconds off, so I do have to be a little faster. I gotta push a little bit more. I thought that was pretty conservative as a run for me, but I think we can do better. I just gotta be a little bit more aggressive and hitting cones at speed instead of just rolling through them, but let's try this again. Feels like this has been a little bit faster. Gosh, big slide there. I just can't get that part right, but we are going to make it by about 4/10, thankfully, because I don't want to do that again. It's a really tricky last corner there. You have to drive up towards the checkpoint and then back down the hill, and you bounce off the wall. It's just not good. You are full of surprise. Whoa, that's interesting. That's a little bit provocative, Stephanie. We are still at work. All right, here we go. Billy's back. I can't believe they still employ this guy. You were pretty fast last time, but you'll never beat my time on the course I've set up. The only driver who's beaten my time is Stephanie, and she's the best there is. You're just an amateur working with pros, and this course will prove it. Your luck has to run out sometime. This guy's just a dick. All right, it's a pretty long course. We have just essentially a slalom course, but nothing too crazy. Should be straightforward enough. I'm sure we have like 37 seconds for this, but should be able to handle it. No 360s, thank goodness, because apparently that's just undoable for me. All right, let's go. Oh, we got 50 seconds. We're getting bonus time today. Take a nice wide angle at this corner. Remember exactly where we had to go there, but we're good. Plenty of time, 10 seconds to make this nice U-turn here. Lemon squeezy. 2nd and 3/4 to spare, no problem. No problem. Thanks, Billy. You may be the king, but you have nothing on me on the open road. Didn't I win that one race that we had with Rolf and somebody else before Rolf retired? People are saying you might actually be a challenge for me and that you're gunning for my title as ace driver. I'll give you a chance to race me if you can beat my time on the Alp switchbacks. All right. So this is pretty straightforward. At least this is, you know, it's a course. It's not a. I shouldn't say that. Maybe it is a course that we have to follow through. But I think it's just essentially driving through the S's here, which is fine by me. Look at that, 37 seconds. Who would have guessed it? I wonder why they picked that. It's a really interesting time, but whatever. Big slide on the rear brakes there, but we're good. Still alive. A little bit of power on understeer, but we're still good again. 10 seconds to go. Should be able to make this. And we do indeed. 1.3 seconds to spare. Perfect. Easy. Stephanie, let's go. You got lucky. You'll get your race. Whatever. I don't know what that means, but I guess this means we're up for ace test driver, which means there's more parts to this, but we'll see. Hey Justin, you've been pretty busy lately, I hear. How about hanging out with a couple of us tonight? We're going out for a spin on the racetrack after we get off work. You game? I assume this is at Monte Carlo? Nope, Pyrenees. So that makes no sense. This isn't really the racetrack again. In theory, this is public road based on the story of this game, but whatever. All right, we'll go for it. We'll see who's all out here. Looks like it might be Billy and the other dude. I don't remember his name. Frank, that's it. Billy and Frank. Okay. Again, why does Billy have a cabriolet and I have a coupe Carrera 4? I have no idea how that works, but regardless, they certainly like to race in the Pyrenees when they hold these for whatever reason. But should be okay. I assume we'll have traffic here at some point. Try to get by Billy up the inside here into this left-hander. Push a little bit wide. Use the off-throttle oversteer to get the back checked in again. Have a nice run down the hill here at Billy. Don't need to attack too hard here, but we'll go to driver's right. Just clip the edge of that scene and hope it's not solid, sticky, outy, rocky bit, which it wasn't. Do a little bit of a defense there on Frank, make him go to the left. Brake a little bit earlier for this crest. Billy's going to drive right in the back of us, because why not? Push us a little bit wide. Please don't hit that sticky out bit of scenery right there. We're still good. I think we have to go through basically the whole course anyway, so we got time. Like we did last time. And we're in actually a little bit better position. The only difference is we had traffic last time that aided us a little bit by killing our opponents slightly. But no such luck this time, it appears, but we should still be in touch with Frank here as we go. Good run through this section here. We'll cut this off a little bit to the right. A nice run going forwards. Again, the scenery there, you want to stay on the pavement as much as you can because the rocks actually do slow you down, which is a great touch of this game, but still good. We're in touch. Not too far behind at all. Go to the left here off track to try to shortcut that a little bit, get through. Awesome. Make sure we get the nose in here for the right-hander. Pushing the wall just a touch. Not a problem, we're still good. We have a gap, which is great. Car damage isn't too bad yet. There we go. Alright, just a handful of corners left here. We have a little bit of a gap. They can go battle each other if they want. Coming up to the shortcut decision, I think we're going to stay to the right on the road this time. I think that the dirt chunk didn't really help us very much, if any, last time, other than avoiding the police officer, if I remember correctly, the circumstances. A little bit of wall contact there, guys. Squirrely, but we're good. Hopefully they stay on our pathing here. Looks like they will. Frank has a good run coming, but had a little bit of a slip right there, it looks like. Had to lift out. If they're close, we definitely got to nail this last corner. Alright, big slide behind for Frank there in the mirror. We will come up across the finish line. We'll take that one just under 3 minutes. Awesome. Get that out of the way. Check. Thank you very much, Frank. Alright. Let's see what he has to say about this. I could almost see the tears in Billy's eyes when you won. We just love roasting this guy. I mean, we just throw the book at him when it comes to making fun of his profession and his skill, whatever. We are filming a new Porsche commercial this afternoon. We need you to drive the course. Stephanie usually does it, but she's out of town helping the racing team. What you have to do is a 180 slide through the cones, drive in reverse to the next set of cones where you have to do a 180 slide to turn yourself around again. After that, you have to go around the pylons and do a 360 spin in the last set. It's pretty tricky, but I know you can handle it. You have to use a manual transmission to make the 180s, but as long as you stay between the pylons, keep your speed up, everything will be fine. 180, we'll drive backwards, do another 180, drive around, do 360. Let's get to it. All right, we're ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Couldn't remember if it started you in gear or not. Oh, let's not do that. Okay. We're all out, so apparently this car is not very stable in reverse. I guess technically we did it. Okay. Got 25 seconds here. 20 seconds just to do a 360. Can we do it? What? Are you kidding me? What was wrong with that one? That was so perfect. I'm so mad. This may or may not have been the
3,
one that was very
2,
challenging to me as a kid that I
1,
couldn't figure out. So
go!
I have a personal vendetta against this challenge. No, we want to be facing the other way. It's gonna be the worst commercial ever, but no, okay, they didn't accept that one. This is gonna be like the worst commercial ever, but I just want to do it, honestly. I was so mad. That
3,
first one was so good,
2,
and we
1,
got screwed because
go!
they didn't like the 360 I did. It's crap. Apparently they didn't like that 180 either, which understandable. That was a 360. It's so hard. Like, it's so hard.
3, 2, 1, go!
Too many buttons to press. And it's so hard because it doesn't always like the 360 you do or the 180. It's so hard. What was wrong? Did I start it too early? Like, I swear. We might be on this one for a while, folks. I'm sorry. But it's very, very
3,
difficult, and I
2,
am a smooth brain,
1,
apparently.
go!
Alright. Alright, that was actually really good. Bro, how did I do it so well the first time? I have no idea what's different now. Am I starting it too soon? Because I'm thinking it
3,
needs to be a 360,
2,
so I need more room.
1,
Like, do I need to
go!
start it later? It's so hard because it's so unstable in reverse. Okay, we got that done, even though it took a little bit of time. It's fine. Alright, come on. Check. I can do this. 360. Come on, Justin. Do this right, please. Damn it, that took too long because we were going too fast. Son of a bitch. Why is this so difficult? Ugh, I hate this challenge so much. It's so terrible.
1, go!
It's so terrible. And it's not that difficult. I just cannot do it because I'm an idiot. Alright, in the reverse, we're good. We got time. Come on, that was terrible, but I did it. It was legit. It was in the length of the cones. Come on, it's so hard. It's so hard, really.
3, 2, 1, go!
No, I keep clicking too far. First gear. We're delayed already. But it's fine. We have plenty of time if we can just do the stupid stunt. Oh, I thought that for sure that wasn't going to count, but we made it. Alright, can we do a 360 this time? We're going to leave it in second gear to try regular speed. I have no idea if this is a great idea or a terrible idea. Yes, success. Accelerate. Winner, plenty of time, 13 seconds to spare, but I'm just a meathead that can't wrap my brain around that, but it's fine. All right, it's time we got you to do all the commercials. Thanks, Dieter. Never again. Manual transmission is so garbage on this for that challenge. I get it, and it's why it has to be done that way, but holy crap. All right, the boys on the race team bashed up this GT1 pretty good. I just finished patching her up and need the car tested. The weather's too cold and wet at Weissach, so we're going to take you in the car with us to a racetrack in Monaco. You have to complete 3 laps within a time limit without damaging the car. So where is Weissach? Is that the Autobahn is Weissach? Whatever, we're at Monte Carlo Circuit 2. Those of you that don't know this game, there are 5 versions of this track. Why? I have no idea, but there are 5 Monte Carlo versions, so we're ready to go. Fun tracks though. Appears the sound may be broken on the GT1. I did find this in testing also that the sound is pretty strange. Let's do 3 laps in 340. Is that difficult? I have no idea. Car is obviously very fast. Alright, we're good. Through the famous tunnel that's definitely not a replica of the famous Monaco tunnel. This is like a discount version drawn by memory of the Monaco racetrack street circuit. It's very, very funny. It's interesting. It's a cool design, but it's not at all relevant to what the actual tracks looks like at all. So the fountain is in a totally different place. The tunnel is not to scale, and I get it. It's probably copyright or something, but it's just funny.
That's your first lap.
Yes, it is. We should be able to get under a minute here for these fast laps, so easy enough as long as we don't crash the car like that. Ooh, almost killed it. We're good. Nice wide exit there by the marina. I guess this is supposed to be the chicane or something. But we're good. Again, the sound of this car appears to be very broken, but we're still good. To 160 apparently. 6th gear, no idea in real life if this car had 6 gears or what. I think this car only raced in like 1998. They had like 2 or 3 versions of this car. But the first version was actually a 993. And they had one of these that was, I think, a 996, and then they have this one, which is like an updated 996 or something. But regardless.
That's your second lap. This is your final lap.
Yes, it is. What was that one? I have no idea. Probably about a minute. Plenty of time. Yeah, sorry, Klaus, I know you just fixed it, but you're gonna have to fix it some more because you let me drive it, so I have to hit every wall at least once because otherwise it's not a true Justin Krasniewski test drive, is it? But we got plenty of time, man, to get back here for half a lap, so should be easy enough. Just gotta get up through these last couple of corners and we don't have to lift for the finish line because of where the finish line is, so that's good. Just take it straight off the Monaco fountain jump. Big slide through there, but we made it. 50 seconds to do 1 corner, essentially. There we go. Sub 3 minutes, and we launched the car to oblivion because we don't like Klaus, apparently. Alright, they should be happy enough with that. I know I am. Thank you very much. It's going well. Other than that one challenge being stupid, still going well. The Porsche race team was so impressed with your laps that they've offered you a chance to race against a few of their drivers in a test drive. The reputation of our entire team is riding on you, so don't let us down. Are we going to be at Monte Carlo Circuit 1? We are. Alright. So this is probably going to be like 3 or 5 laps. I don't remember exactly. Around this place. Piece of cake. Just gotta survive. And apparently we're number 3. Why? I have no idea. Skid, T-Bone, Boomer, and Nitro. Something tells me those are not the names of the racing drivers from the 911 GT1 Porsche race team. That's just my thought, but let me know if I'm incorrect in that assumption. Those don't seem like race car driver names. We're going to get pushed out a little bit wide there with some contact. We're still good. Jump up the inside, literally. Jeez, that was not really what I was trying to do. We're good. Not really what I was trying to do, but we made it. So yeah, this car's sound is very broken. The other one that I tested that sounded very broken was the, I can't remember, I think it was the 356 Carrera 2. I tested, it seemed like the first like 100 RPM of every shift, maybe it was, oh shit, we have to turn here, whoops. Maybe it was the last 100 RPM of every shift. Was like very broken. It did not make any sound, like right when you shifted or right before you shifted, I can't remember. I am driving awfully. We're absolutely destroying this poor 911 GT1, but all that really matters is that we win. our reputation's on the line according to what's his name, but all that's really happening is we're destroying race cars. But we gotta make it 2 more laps. 1 minute 15 seconds there. We do lead at least, so we get some clean air. Put the car where we want. Looks like Boomer, appropriate name, is tucked right up behind us here. Let's drive into the wall some more. Why not? Let's just do maximum damage to this car. Gotta remember that downhill right there is really, there's a jump and then there's a fence you can hit. Gotta remember that. Alright, we gotta remember we gotta turn left after the tunnel here, so you can't go barreling off in there like you're going straight. That's important. 32% steering damage. That's impressive considering we're a lap and a half into this race. I've killed it pretty good, I guess. So. Alright, start braking here, nice and early. Probably too early, but better safe than sorry. We're good. Made it. Again, Monaco hairpin, not at all realistic. Let's drive in the wall some more. We made it. No, big slide, because I guess we have a bunch of damage. Whatever, we still made it. Not the prettiest race I've ever done, but that's okay. Jeez, Justin, where are you going, my guy? Oh, hey, what's up, Boomer? I'm glad this isn't the last lap. I would have been pissed if that was, like, the finish. That would have really made me mad, so. Alright, we do have to actually go race this guy now, because we've done a good job of not being anywhere close to the performance we should be at. We're not going to make the same pass we made last time, jump through this guy, but we are going to switch on to the driver's left here. Try swinging by him. Nice and smoothly. Nice straightaway coming up. Let's not screw up these last couple of tight corners then. Left-hander I thought our braking was pretty good for, but the hairpin and the corner before the hairpin I guess were absolutely atrocious. And they seem to be better than me under braking. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because my car is absolutely destroyed, but no matter. Alright, brake nice and early, nice and conservatively. Through there decently. Again, brake nice and early, nice and smooth. Push out very wide there, but spin out apparently. Are we going to do this again now? I don't think we're going to catch him in one corner. Damn it. It's not that difficult, Justin. All you got to do is not die. It's really not that hard. I mean, it's not easy by any means. They're pretty fast at this point, but like literally all you got to do is not crash. Alright, let's try this again. Thankfully, again, pretty short race, 3 laps. If I could just not destroy the car, that'd be great. I have no idea if that had anything to do with it. Maybe it doesn't because the damage is like that, but let's try to keep it clean regardless, and then hopefully we'll be a little better off. Take our time here, be nice and patient. Funnily enough, it does seem to handle a little better when it's clean. Boomer again gets up to 2nd place, good for him. Okay, Boomer, you know, yada yada. Alright, we're good. Hopefully it handles a little better now that we haven't absolutely destroyed the thing immediately. I guess we destroyed it up here the first lap, first couple corners, but the hairpin's really tricky because it definitely does not like the hairpin corner. You have to brake like way before you think you do. And you gotta keep throttling it to keep it from snapping because this game's physics are interesting, but we made it through that lap. Again, nice and easy here, nice and slow, pretty tight corner. Through there, gonna be a little better first lap this time, 1:13. Nice and smooth down the hill. Again, avoid the gate here for this jump. There we go. A little bit of straight line braking, get the nose in. Increasing radius corner so we can throttle out of there nicely. Very well done. Nice gap we have now that we're not driving like a imbecile. 6 seconds in a little bit, so just gotta be nice and calm and conservative as we usually try to do. Spot our break points. There it is. The car turned in nice and easily. Nice and conservative and slow up through here. Big stab on the brakes once we get in a straight line. Keep a little throttle in it to keep it from snapping. Not the prettiest run through there, but we made it. through the final corner. Again, another decent lap, so now we have 6 second again and a bit advantage.
Second lap. You're in first place.
That's a pretty good lap
Last
also,
lap.
like 1 minute 8 or so. 1 lap to go. Credit one bank, all the usual stuff. There we go. Nice run up through there. 10 seconds is now the gap. 11. Plenty of space. We can even mess this up pretty badly and still be okay. Stark difference from what we had in the last one, but again, we kept the car cleaner. Drove better. This has been a little bit of a sloppy one once again. Obviously, I'm out of practice since my last recording of this, but still doing all right. Nice and early on the brakes, nice and conservative. Make sure we get the nose in nicely. We do. Up through here, nice and chill. Again, nice straight line braking. No car snap. Wonderful not having damage. Car just does what it's supposed to, thankfully. It feels like it wasn't damage because it had no sense of snapping right there, and I felt like I pretty much did the same thing. So damage must play a bigger factor than I think in this. But we do make it 327.87. We'll see what the other laps were, how good we are. Maybe, eventually. You showed those racers who's boss. Oh, it's just a channel. That kind of sucks. I kind of was curious what our lap times were, but that's all right. All right, what's next? Frank. Justin, I've heard that Klaus is inspecting the first 2009-96 turbo off the production line in his shop. I was thinking that we should sneak it out for a quick break-in test of our own. Jeez, this guy's a bad influence. Since you think you're so good, you drive and I'll navigate. Just be careful not to scratch it or Klaus will have your head. We're at Monte Carlo Circuit 5, so back to the racetrack once again. I don't really think he needs to navigate for this. There's only one way you can go. There's no walls, but it's all good, no matter.
3, 2,
We are ready. This car is
1,
brutally fast. The
go.
996 turbo in this game. I get it was the hot new 911 turbo at the time, but they made it, I wouldn't say really OP. It's not as fast as the 911 GT1 that we just drove, but it's not as far behind as it should be being a street car. But regardless, it's very fast, drives very well. Should be no problem here as long as I don't muck this up. I don't remember exactly where the track goes, so we'll take it nice and easy. A little bit more brake oversteer than the 911 GT1, funnily enough. It's a pretty fast track. Monte Carlo Circuit 5 is a pretty ring roady type of track for this. Just a couple more corners here. Alright, or we can do that. That's cool. Somehow that was no damage. I don't know exactly how, but somehow there was no damage. Now we just gotta run down the hill here. 10 seconds we have to get to the finish line, then we have to do another lap, obviously, which seems like it'll be a little bit tight for our time since I made that mistake. There's 1:15.
That's your first lap.
Yeah, that was
Last
not
lap.
great. That was, this has to be like the best lap I've ever driven for us to make the time now, because that first one was a little bit not good. Drive really hard into a wall there for no reason. I guess it doesn't handle it quite as well as I remember, but we do have to push it now. Got about 35 seconds here. We do have quite a bit of track to go, so. A little bit better braking that time. Get through there nicely. 20 seconds is going to be pretty tight, but may be able to get there. Should be alright. So better lap on the second lap there. Much better lap, actually. Funnily enough, from not a standing start and not spinning the car and backing into the tire wall. You know how to drive, I can tell you that much. I just backed us in the fence 5 seconds ago, but I appreciate the gesture. All right, Stephanie. Well, the first of the new turbos are in. I've got the keys to them for the next few days. I told you you'd get your chance at me. If you think you're fast enough, I'll meet you in town tonight and we'll see if you're good enough. All right. Monte Carlo Circuit 3. They're just having us endlessly go to Monte Carlo. It must be race season. Now, what GT1 Racing Series races at Monte Carlo? I don't know, because as far as I know, everything's always been Formula One. But regardless,
3,
we have our
2,
chance now at Stephanie. I
1,
think hers is yellow.
go!
Yep. All right. Just gonna pinch us way out here for the first corner entry. That's all right. Back to having a nice clean 911 turbo, and at least I'm warmed up to its handling characteristics, which is nice. Probably overbraked for that, but that's all right. Thankfully, just a 2-lap race here. Still gotta navigate that same dumb corner again though up here, so. Oh, just touched the wall with the left rear there, but we're good. Still have a slight margin. We do have to do the hairpin for this track though, which sucks, but it's alright. No idea how sharp this corner is here, so we'll just brake nice and early. Stephanie wants to chuck up the inside, be my guest. Just hold her out here. Try to come back at us, but not able to yet. Overdrove that ever so slightly, but we're good. Do get ahead, just over a minute and a half. I think I took the long way there, but it doesn't really matter.
That's your first lap.
You do have to
You're
navigate
neck and neck.
that, though.
It's the final lap.
We are neck and neck. Never heard that before, actually, at least that I recall. I've never remember hearing that, but no matter. We do have to go through the fountain kind of chicane-y thing, whatever that was there at the end of the lap, so I gotta remember that. I can't just barrel off in there. A little bit of a gap now. We've pulled 3 seconds. Again, we're going to give some of that back, being conservative through these tighter corners coming up, but got a little bit of margin now to back it down and be nice and smooth. We haven't pounded the car yet. We'll try not to back into the fence here this time like we did last lap. Get through there. Now let's do some straight line braking and make it through there. We do. Nice turn in, good placement. Gave up about a second of our margin, but that's all right. Not concerned. Decently enough through there. Still 2 seconds of margin. There we go. Roll through there nicely. 3 seconds of gap now. Unless I really mess up this fountain section, we're going to be all right, which is great. Roll through the left-hander. We're going to go left side of the fountain since it's the preferred way. I just couldn't remember where the entry point was, so we didn't do it, but we'll straighten this out nice and smooth across the line. All right. Job done. Thanks, Stephanie. It's been real. Are you retiring now, too? Maybe, perhaps. You deserve this recognition. Congrats, you're the best test driver we have. Does that mean we win now? Are we like the champ? Are we done? Rolf. This is not Rolf. This is Dieter. Why is this guy changing names so much, and why are they having such a challenge putting his name on it? Anyways, Dieter Rolf says, you have proven yourself time and time again, challenging and defeating some of the best test drivers in the world. You bumped Stephanie off her spot as ace test driver. A driver as good as you is a rare find, which is why you'll see we put one of the first 911 or 2000 996 turbos in your parking lot. It comes with its own custom paint job, but don't let that get to your head, or I'll have those keys back in an instant. There we go, ace test driver. Does that mean we're done now? I think that's the last one, right? Or is there one more? That's it, we're done. So we have finished Factory Driver. Awesome, that was a lot of fun. Hope you all enjoyed that, part number 3 of this. Next time out, part number 4 for the Evolution. We will be hopping into the sort of career mode, if you want to think of it like that, of this game. My favorite mode of the two. We will start at 1950 with the original Porsche 356, the very, very slow, very, very cumbersome car, and have some tournaments with that. And then we will slowly move up to the faster 356s eventually, and then 911s, the 914s, the 944s, and so on. And I cannot wait for it. It's a wonderful game mode, so make sure you come back same time next week, Saturday, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time is when these will come out. And we'll have to see how it shapes up, but I'm excited for it. So I appreciate you all so much as always. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. Don't want you to miss any of the action from Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed, from iRacing, from anything else we do, Camaro content, track day stuff, anything at all. And next time out, we'll hop right back into some very slow race cars from Porsche. So that's going to be it. Appreciate you all as always. Till next time, if I can find my right scene. Bye bye.